So we used the hammocks for the first time today. Last night.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
This isn't an advertisement.
That's right. But we were really scared about them falling, because if we fell, we would hit this concrete slab. But they held up real good. Thanks to Jonathan's knots. We got up and we got the hammocks.
Right.
There was that weird guy that came and talked to us after that.
Yeah, while we were taking down the hammocks, this guy came. He was sort of, I guess he was walking back to his car.
He's a nice
maybe.
guy. He was like fishing for a little while at the park.
And I said good morning or something, and he came over and started talking to us. I guess maybe about the hammocks first, or anyway, he said he knew some people who rode bikes and stuff, and talked to us for a while.
But he ended up just kind of standing around a lot of the time while we were packing up. It was kind of bizarre. A little awkward.
Then I guess before we had gone 10 miles, I broke a spoke.
Right.
And we
were coming up this hill and we thought, oh, okay, well, we'll get up in the shade over here. We started to go over to the shade and we saw this guy across the street.
He said, hey, you want a Coke?
He was working on his lawnmower out in his yard.
So we went over there and borrowed some shade from him, and he was really nice. He talked to us while he worked on my bike. So we got that fixed, and I mean, we got my wheel back pretty true. And so then we went on it. We stopped at a gas station. There wasn't much open because it's Memorial Day.
Right.
And
we found out the Bardstown bike shop was closed.
Oh yeah, we were trying to call ahead about bike shops and stuff.
So now the next one is until Carbondale.
Yeah.
Which is on the border of Kentucky and Illinois. It's a ways.
So this whole time we weren't really sure where Joy was, and we got to the Kentucky, the Abraham Lincoln Homesteads Park, and the person in the gift shop said, oh, there was another biker came in here earlier. We're like, oh, was it Joy? And she said, well, she said she was traveling with two guys, but they stopped to visit with their girlfriends in Berea. And we said, oh yeah, that is Joy.
You want to explain what we figured out those buildings are?
Yeah, so we just passed this big distillery, bourbon distillery. And we were like, man, maybe those are old distillery buildings. And then we passed by them, and the alcohol smell hits you pretty hard.
Yeah, that was wild. Such a weird, like, creepy plain buildings. I wonder how much bourbon is sitting out in those things. I bet they tell you on the tour. But we're not taking it.
We also just passed where Joy is camped.
Right.
We decided to
wave
go.
to her as we pass by.
Yeah, we decided that even though it's, what, 8 o'clock? Something like that?
Yeah, 10 till.
Even though it's 8 o'clock, we're gonna try and go another 40 miles tonight. I think I'm actually, like, kind of just got in a really weird mood.
What about, I don't know if our lights are gonna last that long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You recharge your batteries, right?
Yeah, some of them.
Guess we'll just
We
go
get to do
until
all
they
of them.
stop.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see what happens, shall we? After it got dark, this guy in a pickup truck pulled up next to us and was talking about the route and how he was gonna hike the Appalachian Trail, and then he pointed out that we could have stayed at this monastery that was like 5 miles back, which would have been really cool,
But instead, we decided to camp here. So we're beside the road. I guess we're gonna string up our hammocks again. We just ate some food that Tracy had given me as part of a care package. I should maybe say, and I don't know if it'll be useful or not. It may just make it seem like MTV Real World or something. But so I guess Tracy and I sort of agreed that we could see other people while this bike trip was going on, and she was kind of skeptical of it, but anyway, so while she was visiting in Berea, she told me that she kind of had this date set up for today, which I'm sort of proud of her for, but also I'm kind of jealous. And then I got a phone message from her today. She just said it went okay, and that maybe she was gonna go over to this guy's house for dinner tonight. So I'm feeling kind of like, I don't know, a little down about that, I guess. Like, I don't know. Ben kept being like, "Oh, look at the sunset, look at the moon." I was like, I don't want to look at anything like that. So I'm a little sulky, I guess.
yeah.
So maybe if there's some big blow up or something, or if she gets married to this guy halfway through the trip, this will be good footage.
Right. Good thinking. Yeah, I was kind of thinking today about how we were missing it seemed like we were missing filming all the really great stuff on the trip, like all the wacky people we're meeting, and this guy that was sitting out and fixing his lawnmower and just telling us stories about the Coast Guard and all kinds of stuff. It just
instead we just talk about it, but
yeah,
we don't even really talk about it that detail. We're just kind of trying to get through the day.
Right. I mean, it just feels like it would be so much extra work to pull out the camera and put it in people's faces and say, "Hey, we're making a video about our bike trip. Do you want to talk on our video?" I don't know. I feel like it could potentially make things a lot better, but maybe this will still be interesting. I don't know.
All right, well, that's that.